Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3 of our range of Tesla models. We're working on the 70 kilowatt hour battery pack today and everything, the 70 and 70Ds. So the range of the Tesla Model S 70 is 234 miles. The 70D is 240. As I've said before, when you live in an area that gets colder weather, you want as much range in the car as possible. Man, since I Uber, some of these ranges are just too low and everything, especially when you're going to lose about 40% of the battery range. So as the horsepower is 315 horsepower, I think the dual motor is higher. I didn't write that down. Charging time on a 110 outlet is 70 hours and 5 minutes. That's from empty to full. I mean, why would anybody want to empty it and then charge it on 110? On a 220, it's going to take you about 10 hours. Again, remember, on most normal riding and everything, don't let it go below 20%. Don't charge over 80. Again, if you're driving average at 33 miles a day, you could almost just plug it into a 110 outlet. I mean, 3 miles an hour. If you get home at 5 o'clock and you don't go back out until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll never even have to have anything more than 110. But if you hook up a dryer outlet, plug in and everything, you get probably about 25 miles, I think it is. So again, as we've said before, you take the range test. Example here is again the Better Route Planner. Highly recommended, especially if you don't have a Tesla. A Better Route Planner is a really good way to say, hey, I take road trips several times a year. This is a way to see what kind of Tesla you would need. Then you can budget it based on that, based on your needs. Buddy of mine, we drove to Florida once, Kentucky. We went to was it Kentucky? Went to Graceland and everything. Though that was a pretty long trip. The Florida one was the longest, and he's one of those people. He gets in the car and he goes. He stops when he needs to gas up and everything. Doesn't let it get below a quarter of a tank. Now, with a road trip in a Tesla, it forces you to stop and you have to stay there a while. And so as an example, I wanted to share this. In the Tesla Model S 70D, the 240 mile range model, going from Kansas City, or actually Independence, to St. Louis, it's a 4 hour and 29 minute drive. 3 hours and 44 minutes of driving, 45 minutes of charging. One charge, 45 minutes. Leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll stop 1 hour and 52 minutes into your drive after 117 miles. The car will be at 36% when you stop. You'll charge it up to 82%, get into St. Louis with 20%. You'll be in there at 10:29 based on that. Give or take your driving speed and preferences, of course. Now, if you charge a little longer, let it get up a little higher, And as I've said before, once you hit 80% from, again, it says we're at this charging stop for 45 minutes. So from 36 to 82%, it's what, 40 some percent. Once you get past that 80%, it slows down because Tesla doesn't want to damage the batteries, and you shouldn't either. But again, that's each person's preference. And again, when you factor in all the logistics that go into the car, for me, I would charge to at least 90% for Ubering. So when I'm doing my thing and everything, doing my Uber stuff, I'm going to charge to at least 90. Because again, I don't want to damage the battery. So again, I'm like I said, I'm a huge fan. I definitely like Teslas, but as I've said before, anything less than an 85 kilowatt hour battery pack, I think is not enough range. And honestly, if I could do a 90, it definitely will happen. I mean, personally, the 100D, the older ones are getting, what, 335 miles, give or take, upgrades. Sorry, some reason I'm nervous. So as I've said, take 234%, 2.34, 0.34 times 90. Let me come out of that app real quick here. Let's do some math here. Sorry about that. Let's see here. And I honestly believe we should be. I don't know if Teslas are better for the environment than gas. I like that it's an option. I don't know if it's worse for the environment. I mean, I do know one thing. If you start your car up, even if it's outside, and you sit by the tailpipe long enough, that stuff's going to jack with you anyway. But again, I like the cars. I outright like the cars. I'd probably buy one of the dorky looking ones from the 90s, even the stuff people made fun of. I think if it's cheaper to run the thing, then why not get one? So 90% of a 234 kilowatt hour battery pack's going to net you 210.6 miles. Then you got to deduct the 20%, which $46.8 miles. As an important part of a Tesla, again, unless you're doing a lot of road trips, you could charge the car to 80%. It's not like a gas car in that if you got an outlet at home, you can charge the car, and maybe you have on 110 outlet, you don't get the full range, but maybe it gets you to um, the end of the week. Then you just go to a supercharger once a week, or maybe once every other week. It depends on how much driving you really do and everything. So, as I was saying, you have options, and again, you don't find too many cheap Teslas. Let's just face that. I mean, I look on the websites all the time, not just the Tesla websites, and I've seen them as cheap as 20,000. But I don't know if you'd want that. And so, as a preference, so if you charge the car to 90% and you don't let it go below 20%, 163 miles. 163.8, but we don't need to be too technical. And again, like I said, I do the range thing based on the dual motors. Again, living in areas that get snow, yet really, I've watched some videos, and there's guys out there that they live in areas that don't ever get the kind of weather we get here. I mean, example, I have a 2013 Chevrolet Volt. So it's a plug-in hybrid. And so during this time of the year, I get like 80, well, not 80, I get like 40 to 45 miles of electric range. No big deal on that. But when I first got the car, was it 2018, the winter, the battery's supposed to get 38 miles average. But I was getting, when I would charge the car up, I was only getting 25 miles of electric range. So you lose a ton. I mean, think about it. 13 miles of range disappears because I'm running the heater. So if you do get an electric car and you're not much on having the AC on, you could do the heated seats and heated steering, as long as the stuff wasn't fogging up. You could run it low and everything, but it's all based on preferences. So now we're going to go to the 70D, which is 2.4 miles per kilowatt. Instead of 34, it's 40. And so, again, remember, road trips. Road trips are really important. If you want to do road trips, and I think most people would want to. And what I like most about the Teslas is that if I went back and forth to a regular job, most of the stuff that I look at wouldn't be that big of an issue. I mean, literally, if I woke up, got out of bed, and went to start Uber and set 7 o'clock, by about 10 or 11, I might have to stop and charge up for a little while so I can get some more range in the car. And again, at the 110 plugs, I can get 40 hours, maybe 40 to 50 miles of range in about 2.5 hours, and I'd get back out there, say around 1 or 2 o'clock, and I'd stop around, say, 4 or 5. Let's go back to a better route planner here, and we're going to plan a trip from here to, let's say, I think I'll do Chicago again. So Now, how about Austin, Texas? The future Tesla Cybertruck factory. Let's see what they're going to tell us. Of course, I'm going to tell you what they're suggesting here. So it looks like, no, let's do that one. Darn it. Okay, so leaving Independence, you're going to drive for 2 hours and 33 minutes. Let me start over. So it'll take you 17 hours and 3 minutes on this route. 12 hours and 22 minutes of driving, 4 hours and 40 minutes of charging. You will leave the Independence Bass Pro Shop supercharger, and you will drive 68 miles an hour south to Joplin. You'll get to Joplin at 8:33 in the morning, based on if you left at 6 o'clock. You will stay there for till 9:18, 45 minutes. You will get there with 22% range. Now they're going to have you leave at 76%. I'm not comfortable with that. Let's push it to 80 or 85%. So you spend a few more minutes there. And then you're going to go to Catoosa, Oklahoma. You will drive probably more like 11 o'clock to 12:12. You will charge from 20% to 92%. Again, I'd probably stay a little longer to get it to, if you're that close to 100%, why not spend a few more minutes doing that? You will drive again, you'll drive for an hour and 58 minutes. Get into Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And they've got you driving for almost 2 hours. You'll be at 20% when you get there, 75 when you leave. Again, I would top it off and leave at that point. Then they have you go to Ardmore, Oklahoma. Hope I'm not chopping that up too bad. Says you're going to charge from 20% to 58. Again, I'd probably go to at least 80. I mean, why stop? Then they got you in Denton. Looks like they're doing it again. Heck, I'd probably pass Ardmore and just go into Denton. Alberta, again, it looks like a short drive, charging very little. Again, I don't think I would miss with that little of charging. Looks like they drive us through Waco, Texas, if anybody remembers that. And then go to Austin, Travis, Texas. You'll be there with 20% again. I think based on my charging deal, which has you in Austin at 11 o'clock. Again, I would probably, I'd probably stop at Avador at around, maybe not that one. Might just stop in Denton and drive from Denton into the next day. Because I don't have, I mean, for me, if I was driving by myself, I'd get me one of those mattresses for the back of the Teslas and just go to sleep. So I appreciate you watching. I hope the information helps. If you need any, wanting to ask any questions, leave comments. If you want to, like and subscribe. I definitely appreciate those of you that do watch the videos. Hope you get a lot out of them. Have a good day. Bye bye.